For the last 1 year, Kyiv has been battling Moscow's attempt to gain control of the country. Ukraine deployed all of its arsenal to defend its territory. But as Ukraine rebuffs Russia's attempt, the war has brought damage to Ukraine's lucrative metal industry. In our next report, we will look at the sector and how it plays an important role to support Ukraine's economy, which is battered by the war. Take a look.
Flak jackets are piled up at Ukraine's Zaporizhzhia steel plant. Anti-tank traps guard the entrance. Whenever air raid sirens sound, most workers head to one of the 16 bomb shelters scattered across the sprawling grounds. But to keep the molten metal moving, workers continue to work, braving not only the intense heat and sparks flying from blast furnaces, they continue to forge steel used in everything from railway cars to household appliances. The southwestern city of Zaporizhzhia, which gives the plant its name, is less than 50 kilometers from the front line. The residential buildings and energy infrastructure are a frequent Russian target. The damage to Ukraine's metal industry has crippled a lucrative sector, a key employer needed to support an economy cratered by war. A pillar of the economy before the war, the metal industry accounted for a third of the goods that Ukraine exported. But it has been upended by Russian forces, who have taken control of the industrial heartland, the Donetsk and Luhansk regions.
When I close my eyes, I see Mariupol. It is so funny. There was a great mood there. We had a successful workflow. We were planning a reconstruction and we were expecting an economically successful year.
For steel and mining company Metinvest, the slowdowns at the Zaporizhzhia steel plant are only part of the pain. Since Russia seized Ukraine's Crimea Peninsula in 2014, the company has lost equipment and facilities in Russian-controlled areas, seen workers head to the front line and lacked enough security to grow, unlike other industrial enterprises in Ukraine. Zaporizhzhia wasn't damaged by artillery fire or missile strikes. But like many others, its growth has been hindered by power outages, damage to infrastructure and blocked Black Sea ports. But almost a year later, it hasn't been able to recover fully. Prices are higher for products Zaporizhzhia makes, and they are harder to get to customers. Instead of ships, trains mostly move the orders, increasing prices not just for transportation, but for production and raw materials.
The time of delivery has increased. Once we were able to produce and deliver within a month or maximum 2 by sea. But now it has increased another 1.5 months longer. And not every client is ready to have this risk. So we were forced to reduce the area to where we can deliver.
The plant used to work with customers in almost 60 countries. That has been reduced by half. Now, the plant focuses on closer European countries and the US market, which can be reached through the Polish seaports. According to reports, about a third of the metal industry's capacity has been destroyed and production is about 65% lower. The KSE Institute of Ukraine estimates from the war, damage to Ukrainian businesses amounts to nearly $13 billion and economic output shrank by about a third in 2022. The Economy Ministry forecasts growth of only 1% this year. Moreover, the government is relying on donations from its allies like the EU and US to pay its citizens with wages and pensions, helping it avoid printing money that could fuel inflation. Last week, the war-torn country got a boost from a $15.6 billion International Monetary Fund loan package. Bureau Report, WION World is One.